Hello and welcome to another episode of MCQs for Judiciary Exams. Let's begin. According to Section 112 of IEA, a child born within how many days after the dissolution of a marriage is presumed to be legitimate? 150 days, 180 days, 280 days, or 365 days? The correct answer is option C, 280 days. Recently, in the Ivan Rathinam versus Milan Joseph case, the Supreme Court held that if it is proved that the married couple had access to each other at the time of the child's conception, as per the Section 112 of the Indian Evidence Act, the fact that any person was born during the continuance of a valid marriage between his mother and any man, or within 280 days after its dissolution, the mother remaining unmarried, that he is the legitimate son of that man, unless it can be shown that the parties to the marriage had no access to each other at any time when he could have been begotten. Next. For how long is the provisional attachment under Section 281B of the Income Tax Act initially valid? 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, or indefinitely? The correct answer is option A, 6 months. Recently, in the Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax versus Muhammad Salih case, the Kerala High Court observed that the term any property includes bank deposits even though they are not explicitly mentioned. Section 281B of the Income Tax Act deals with provisional attachment to protect revenue in certain cases. The attachment is temporary, initially valid for 6 months, though it can be extended up to 2 years or 60 days after assessment or reassessment order, whichever is later. Next. Which section of the Transfer of Property Act addresses the concept of transfer pendent light? Section 44, Section 52, Section 108, or Section 122? The correct answer is option B, Section 52. Section 52 of Transfer of Property Act 1882 provides for the transfer pendent light. It provides that when a suit or proceeding is pending in any court and an immovable property is the subject matter of that suit or proceeding, any transfer of that property by any party to the suit or proceeding is void against any person acquiring an interest in the property under the decree or order resulting from that suit or proceeding. Next, what does Article 14 of the Indian Constitution guarantee? Right to freedom of religion, right to cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies, or right to equality before the law? The correct answer is option D, right to equality before the law. Article 14 ensures that the state cannot deny to any person equality before the law or the equal protection of the law within the territory of India. This means that every individual is subject to the same judicial standards. Next, examination of witnesses in criminal cases through video conferencing is permissible, impermissible, permissible at the option of the witness, or permissible at the option of the accused. The correct answer is option A, permissible. Examination of witnesses in criminal cases through video conferencing is permissible. In accordance with the Model Rules on Video Conferencing issued by the Supreme Court of India, the High Court of Punjab and Haryana has established new rules to streamline and unify video conferencing procedures for courts. Now it's time for the practice question. The evidence unearthed by the sniffer dog falls under oral evidence, documentary evidence, hearsay evidence or scientific evidence? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.